Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. And Gary, Toledo Bend, we've kind of had it in the spotlight over the past several weeks. It's really producing, but there's a lot of really nice events that are going on there. You have spent quite a bit of time there, and we're going to send you back down there now and take a listen to what's going on in one of the really premier areas of the state of Louisiana and in the country when it comes to freshwater fishing, Toledo Bend Lake.
Hi, I'm Linda Curtis Sparks for Toledo Bend Lake Country, and we're here with Bassmaster on Toledo Bend this week with all the pros. It's going to be a wonderful event. This lake is the #1 lake in the nation and has already produced 139 lunker bass over 10 pounds this year. You need to come and see us.
It's always good coming back to Toledo Bend. It's a great lake. Got a lot of memories here. I just love fishing here. I mean, it's just fun. You never know what you're going to catch. You catch giants, and it's just a great, great lake. Every time I made a cast, I was thinking I was going to catch one over 10. That's fun.
Toledo Bend is really living up to its billing as the top lake in the country. There's a lot of fish. They're up. They're biting right now. You can catch them just about any way you want to. My fun meter was pegged all day today. This is a lake where you can do what you want to do and have a great time. Come visit Toledo Bend, the fishing trip of a lifetime.
It's always fun to come down to Toledo Bend. It's got, I mean, not only is the lake huge, it's got some huge bass in it. So there's not too many places in the country you come to that you got an opportunity to go and catch a 10-pounder any day, any cast out here. There's probably more here than just about any lake in the country.
Yeah, I've actually won a couple tournaments in Louisiana. I won the Bassmaster Classic in New Orleans, and I won at the Red River also. And got a lot of friends down here, and I really enjoy Louisiana. Good folks, good food, and good fishing. I just didn't catch them today, but this is definitely the #1 bass lake in the country right now.
Toledo Bend's one of the best bass factories. You know, they've done a great job, you know, managing this lake, putting over 30 million Florida strains, and those Florida strains show. I mean, you can see how big the fish are getting. I mean, gosh, I can't think of a lake that's kicked out almost 150 fish over 10 pounds in less than a year. I mean, that's insane. So Toledo Bend's one of the best bass factories on the planet.
I'll tell you, when they first announced the schedule and said Toledo Bend was going to be here in May like this, I mean, I could feel it in my bones how excited I was. This is definitely not just a world-class fishery, but probably the best fishery in all of the United States. And when you come out here, you know you're going to get a big bite. And if you don't, you're going to catch a lot of good ones. And you know, you got to think, if there was 138 share lunkers, or you know, the 10-pound plus bass weighed in this year, how many weren't recorded? You know, it's probably another 50 of them that were caught. And then how many 7 to 9 pounders live here that, you know, obviously aren't even getting heard of? So I'm banking on getting a couple of those bites today. So we'll see. I mean, this lake is chock full of giants, and it's one of the best fisheries.
Well, besides it's a gigantic lake, ginormous, it's an awesome lake. It's like kind of like Gunnersville, but different. It's got a lot more depth to it. It's a lot bigger. The standing timber. It's kind of a unique lake. The size of it and the scale, I guess. The creeks are huge. The fish are big. They're healthy. It gets hammered all the time, but it still seems to be a healthy fishery.
And to find out that this lake has had almost 140 10-pounders caught 1 year already, that's amazing. I just wish I could have got in on some of this.
That this lake is so good, no matter where you go in the lake, if you can either paddle them or get on the right deal, you can catch fish all over this lake, and that's just what this lake is in great shape. It's a fantastic fishery.
You know, guys are talking about there's a lot of people out there fishing. Well, you know why? It's the #1 lake in the country, so.
Boom, shakalaka, giant bass!
Well, look at this beautiful lake. Look at these crowds here. How do we not support the infrastructure to continue the tourism growth here in Toledo Bend? I came up here as a youngster fishing with my dad in that station wagon with the old wood paneling on the side. So I've got a love for Toledo Bend. You see people here from all over, Texas, Alabama, Georgia. I've met people here from all over come here for this great tournament.
5 fish, all alive, looking for 14.5. 19 pounds and 7 ounces with 88.7. Chris Lane takes the lead. Digging deep in that Berkeley Tri-Lane weighing bag. Get loud for Mercury Pro, Chris Lane.
I always love coming to Louisiana. Toledo Bend is in such great shape, and I got a surprise this morning. You know, I usually talk to my family in the camera, but they were here at the takeoff this morning, so I'm sure we're gonna have a really good time tonight at Cypress Bend or wherever we're going. So thanks to my wife and kids right there.
Started today with 74 pounds and 12 ounces, looking for 13.12. 21 pounds, 6 ounces. Fan domination from day one. KVD gets it done with 96 pounds and 2 ounces.
I think it's better, and the big reason is the high water. You know, anytime you have a low water period, it really is beneficial, but it hurts at the time. So when the water was low a few years, remember it was 7 feet low a couple years back? Well, what that does is all those shallow bays and all those mud flats, the sun bakes it, it gets real hard, turns into hard sand, and then it grows a lot of vegetation. So when the lake does come back up, it's very fertile and creates all great spawn and habitat for these fish. So when the water came back up, it flooded all that cover, and it gives the fry and all the small fish a great place to hide and survive when they have a spawn. So everything is, you know, the whole food chain booms. You know, the shad population's bigger, the crappie, the bass, everything's bigger. So to have the flooding, you know, while it's tough for a lot of the people short term, it's been phenomenal for the lake. I mean, this is the highest I've ever seen the lake here, and all the times I've fished it. And there's just so much habitat up there, you know, for the fish to get in. And, you know, being post-spawn like this, you know, it's gonna bode well for the future, because all those bass that hatch this spring, most of them are gonna survive. Paradise, Louisiana. That should say Paradise, Louisiana, Toledo Bend.
That's what it is. You tell them right. I'm working very closely with the governor. We've got a great working relationship. He cares about this state as I do, and working together and moving in the right direction. He supports tourism and understands the economic benefit to it. So that's a big step forward, to have the lieutenant governor and the governor working side by side for the betterment, for the greater good. And that's a great thing for Louisiana. That's a great step forward right there. We're the greatest place in the world to visit. We've got the best food, music, culture, and we've got the great outdoors. We are the sportsman's paradise. You can fish anywhere, but you catch fish in Louisiana. But most importantly, there's nowhere in the world that has people like Louisiana, and that's why I love it here.